18. What's happening, you guys? Okay, so I know it's been a while since I posted a video. That is not to say that I have been unfocused and not working out. In fact, that's probably more or less to say the opposite. I did take some of May, and rather than working out twice a day, I kind of took a little break. Clarence was still going to have surgery, which will need to be rescheduled. And it was a few other things. Life just got kind of crazy in May for a little while. Mother's Day came up, and I was having a rough time with Mother's Day. I'm not sure if I shared or not, but my mother passed away in 2012, which is the year I began my weight loss journey. So anyway, towards the end of May to June, started back. I've been running, and my phone is in the other room, but I've been logging my runs. I started logging my runs last Friday. I think I downloaded an app called Runkeeper, which I highly recommend. It keeps track of how far you run. It keeps track of where you run. There's like a little GPS on it that tells you where you're running in your neighborhood. It gives you every 5 minutes, the lady will prompt you, you have been running 5 minutes. Your distance is 0, and I hate when she says 0.83 miles. An average pace of something like that. An average pace of 17 minutes and 34 seconds. Okay, so I know that's a slow mile, but I'm working on it, okay? And anyway, I'm just trying to find a pace that I like and keep it. Let's see, what else? Working out every day, eating pretty healthy, kind of, like I said, May was kind of iffy for a while, and of course, if you can guess, I'm not completely raw anymore, but I am eating much less meat. I find that meat makes me retain weight. I just don't see much of a difference when I eat meat versus when I don't eat meat, and so I've been eating, I focus mainly on leafy green vegetables, so I'll have a big fruit whatever in the morning, and then at lunch I have a humongous salad. I eat so much salad at work. The girls ask me at work, what are you eating today? And I'm like, the same thing I eat every day, grass. Really? Y'all gotta ask? Grass. Not really grass, but it's leaves, so it may as well be. Anyway, so I've been feeling really good, you guys. My mood is up. The endorphins are pumping. The endorphins are pumping. Believe it or not, I stayed up until 2 o'clock last night, and today is June 2nd. I stayed up until 2 o'clock on June 1st, woke up at 4:15, June 2nd, so I got like 2 hours of sleep, and ran this morning. It was an average run, about right at 2 miles. So I ran this morning, went to work, and went to CrossFit. So I say all that to say, stop making excuses. If you're watching this channel, you're most likely you're not watching this channel because I asked you to. I have not asked. None of my friends, maybe 3 of my friends actually know about this YouTube channel where I am, bearing my soul on my weight loss journey. I am more or less doing this channel for me. Those of you who stumble across my page and you like and subscribe, that's really touching to me. It makes me feel good. The comments that you leave make me feel good. I'm not posting my runs on Facebook. I'm not, telling everybody, hey, I'm going to CrossFit every day. Everybody at work knows because they can see the difference. But this is not for anybody else. This journey is for me. And I probably watch these. I'm glad they don't keep track of how many times I watch these videos, because I go back and I look at the videos and I look at the changes in myself, because I'm at a point now where I don't necessarily see the changes, but everybody else does. Everybody else does. And that's awesome. Let's see. It's 4 minutes. So I want to talk about 2 other things. I want to talk about, because, some of my friends, of course, have seen me, and so I've been sharing, some tidbits, some little morsels of wisdom, and one of the morsels that I would like to share is do not quit. And the reason I say that is because a lot of times, after we've been sitting around for, a year, 6 months, a week even, eating junk food, we don't feel like getting back up off the couch, and we don't feel like getting our bodies back into it. And, we've been feeding our bodies junk. And so as soon as we get up to do something, it starts hurting. Oh, my knees hurt. Oh, my ankles hurt. Oh, my legs hurt. This hurts, that hurts. You're going to hurt a little bit because you're doing something that's totally against what you were doing before. You're going to hurt a little bit. Just stick it out. Stick it out. Stick it out. When you start detoxing, a lot of weird things start happening. When you start detoxing, I break out sometimes. I get really, really tired, very lethargic. I think that's part of what this is, part of my detox. But whenever I go from eating dirty to eating clean, something weird always happens. My husband, one time we were detoxing, we were on he was on a partial juice fast. He actually went raw. This was the first time he went raw. And after eating probably like gallons and gallons and gallons of the, like Kraft mac and cheese, we were juicing and eating healthy, and it was the very first time, this was right after we got married. His fingernails turned like orange. It was really weird. I'd never seen anything like it, but you have to stick it out. You have to keep going. That's all I'm going to say about that, because I don't want this video to be too long. The other thing I want to talk about is, okay, I have been all over Google, and I have been all over YouTube, and ain't none of y'all fat to skinny people or fat to fit people have ever said anything about the itching. So I'm going to talk about the itching. All right. Let me tell you something. When you lose weight, you start itching everywhere. And it started in my arms, my joint here. All right. So I'm itching in this crevice. And then I go from itching in my arm crevice to itching in my fat roll crevice. Right. So I'm scratching the fat roll crevice. And then I start itching in that crevice. The crevice right between my vajayjay and my thigh. What the heck is up with that? All right. The itching just, it's crazy. But I know what it's from, because I've never itched like this before until I started, dropping weight. And now all of a sudden, and it goes in phases. Okay, it's about time for me to wrap up. It goes in phases. Like, I started itching in my arms, and, when I first started losing weight, and I noticed my arms were getting smaller, I can wrap my finger all the way around my wrist now, and that's awesome. And then it moved to the next part where I started noticing a difference, the crevice in between my, my fat rolls. And so I'm scratching that, and my belly is itching at the same time because it's, starting to shrivel up a little bit too, or shrivel up a lot too. And then the next thing I know, I start itching in the not so pretty place to scratch. Okay. But anyway, I'm gonna go. I just want to tell you guys, give you guys an update on what was going on with me. Thank you so much for sharing this journey with me. Those of you who have decided to walk along. We ain't riding nowhere. We ain't riding nowhere, okay? If you're going with me, we're going to exercise. So those of you who decided to walk along, run along, come along. Thank you very much. Like and subscribe. I guess I will see you guys on the flip side. Remember, 1 day at a time, 1 pound at a time. If there's anything that you guys, I know it's just like 11 subscribers right now, and, maybe at most 20 viewers or whatever. But I mean, you guys, if you guys ever have any questions, hit me up on Facebook, Amy, AMIE bar Stevens with a V. Hit me up on Facebook, friend me, ask me questions. I can share what's going on with me, because I know people at work tired of hearing about, really? You eating it? Okay, I try not to do that because I know people hate that. Okay, so anyway, I'm going to go. But anyway, Facebook me, leave comments below. It doesn't matter. If you want to stay in touch with me, and so I can share my little tidbits of wisdom, then that's what's up. 1 day at a time, 1 pound at a time. Bye, you guys.